First King of Shannara, or Shannara, is a 1996 book by Terry Brooks. It is a standalone fantasy novel. It is a prequel to Sword of Shannara, but I read it after reading Heritage of Shannara, which is when it released, so this is my 8th book overall in that world. The book starts with the fall of Paranor, and that's the name of the, section as well, because there's sections in the book. Two men meet, Kinson and Bremen. This is after the First War of the Races. The Druids have largely stopped studying the old arcane art after the horror of the war. After Brona was corrupted by it, they turn instead to the science of the old world, and Bremen and his followers still study magic, and warn the Druids that Brona, the warlike lord that caused, and, was thought lost during the First War of the Races, gathers spirits, trolls, and gnomes to start a second war. He starts this by destroying those who defeated him the first time, the Druids themselves. We get lots of backstory for the First War at the beginning in exposition. Bremen and Treffenwit and Riska have a sense of purpose, led by Bremen. They head to Hadeshorn for Bremen to receive a vision from Gallifile of the Warlock Lord, seeking the Black Elfstone, and so sends the other two on specific quests from there. Kinson is a human from the Borderlands, which are largely abandoned after the First War. He's a tracker and hunter as well as gifted with languages. And then there is also Marith, a woman dressed in druid robes, but restricted by them to the arts of healing, as she is a woman, and that is apparently a woman's place. She supposedly also has innate magic and empathy, which should be seemingly impossible in a lot of ways. We also have the idea of warning the dwarves, forging a certain sword, and stopping Brona. A key figure that will come into this story, and that of the Four Lands, is Gerald Shannara, best friend of Tay, another elf in Aberlarn. I don't think I need to really say anything about Gerald Shannara for you to maybe get what's going on if you know pretty much anything about Shannara. So, as a prequel, I think we know some of this and how it's going to play out, but not all the characters' fates. We do see the beginning of things that will come into play in later adventures and perils, and honestly, I found it very worthwhile. I thought it was very fun, short, standalone by Brooks, in some ways more enjoyable than Heritage, maybe even up there with something like Elfstones. Again, just a short, standalone, and enjoyable. Heritage is good and enjoyable, I think, if not like super noteworthy, but it is 4 books, and so that takes time. It's just nice to have a standalone, I think, and I really enjoyed my time reading it, and because I enjoyed my time reading it and how much I enjoyed my time reading it, I decided to read more Shannara books, and I finished 3 more shortly after this. So anyways, definitely can recommend. I don't know if I'd start here. I know some people read this before the Sword of Shannara, and that might help in some cases, but I do like reading in publication order. I think that works fine. So anyways, Lean from Loom's Lyceum. I'll catch you next time.